Hi, welcome to another soul searching episode. Today I'm going to talk about our overnight investigation of the Lexington Battlefield and Civil War Hospital, which is located in Lexington, Missouri. Today, Katie's not here with us. She's out of town, and actually, she didn't even go on this investigation with us because she had some school stuff she had to do. So, I'm just going to play my clips for you, and I'll try and be as neutral as possible. This investigation was just amazing. The historic value is just simply incredible. And from the moment I walked on the grounds, I could just feel energy. It ranged from being very sad to agonizing to just being happy and blissful. There's just so much going on at this place. So let's talk about the claims. You will see figures in the windows watching you. You will see the spirits of Civil War soldiers anywhere on the property. In the hospital, you will hear women speak to you, and it's likely that your equipment will stop working. I think we established three of those claims. First, I have a photo that I took, and to me, it looks like a Civil War soldier looking out the window from the Civil War hospital. So that's two, a Civil War soldier and someone watching from the Civil War hospital. And I have to say, I felt watched, is why I took this picture. Now, the third, we captured a couple of women's voices. The most outstanding part was the history. So let's talk about it. At the beginning of the American Civil War, about 50% of the battles took place in the state of Missouri. It was a divided state, and it was also where the Union had control over the railroads and the river trade on the Missouri and Mississippi rivers. Major General Sterling Price of the Missouri Guard, who sided with the Confederates, decided to bring 10,000 troops to Lexington, Missouri to attack Colonel James Mulligan and his 3,600-man Union garrison to seize control of the river trade on the Missouri River. The Battle of Lexington, Missouri began on September 18, 1861. On that same day, Missouri Guard General Thomas Harris joined in, leading troops to attack the nearby Union Field Hospital, where over 100 sick and wounded Union soldiers were either dying or being treated. Included in this hospital was a surgery room that was so active that blood was being drained through a hole in the floor. Harris won his first attack on the hospital, which he later lost that same day when the Union forces recaptured it. The Union declared Harris's attack on the hospital a violation of law and executed their prisoners at the base of the staircase in the main hall of the hospital. Within a few hours, Harris launched a second attack on the hospital and permanently captured it. This one-day siege of the hospital resulted in heavy casualties. Ultimately, after 3 days of fighting in Lexington, the Missouri Guard claimed its victory over the Union. They attributed their success to hemp bales they gathered from a warehouse and had soaked them in river water. The bales were so strong that they shielded them from the Union cannon and gunfire. As well, they were easily moved forward against the Union garrison. At the time of Mulligan's surrender, the Union Army was suffering from thirst because the wells on their side had dried up. And when the Union soldiers tried to gather water from a pond, the Missouri Guard's sharpshooters would pick them off. In total, 66 men were killed and 237 were wounded. There is an on-site memorial where the unidentified body parts of soldiers are buried. The hospital, originally owned and built by Oliver Anderson, became the home of the Davis family. They kept the bullet holes both inside and out of the house as a memorial to the men who fought during those long 3 days. Here's that photo. Again, I think it looks like a soldier. If you notice the head and the hand, to me it looks like there's a cap on top of his head, and it looks like his hand is like resting on a belt of some sort, maybe some sort of gun belt. In fairness, this could be pareidolia. That's what Katie would say anyway. And if you don't know what that phenomena is, it's when you look at something and your eyes just try to make it into something they recognize. I captured orbs in 3 different rooms. First here is the surgery room. And I have to use Katie's favorite 4-letter word, which is dust. It was very dusty in this room. But, I mean, they just look amazing. They're so pretty. I also captured them in the smoking room, and I think a couple may have been lens flare. And there's like this flashing going on. If you look at the windowsill towards the center right there, not sure about that. Now the ones in the sewing room look more convincing. I doubt it was a bug though. I never saw any bugs the whole time we were there investigating. Possibly moisture. This home is located right on the bluffs of the Missouri River, but they just don't look like moisture orbs to me. So it could be dust, but it wasn't near as dusty in here as it was in the surgery room. Next up, Iva.
Hi, Iva. Iva, show it to you. Stop. Iva, show us a no answer. Iva, stop. Iva, show us an I don't know answer. Iva, stop. Iva, stop. Iva, are there spirits in here? Yes. Iva, stop. Are there spirits in here from the Union soldiers? Yes. Iva, stop. Are there spirits in here from the Confederate soldiers? Yes. Are there spirits in here who are suffering? Yes. Iva, stop. Okay, I get it, it was a yes. I don't want to stop.
Are there any Civil War soldiers here? Did anybody fight for the Missouri Guard? Are there any soldiers here who fought for the federal government? For the Union? soldiers here who are suffering? Is that a yes? Now, this next clip, I only captured one EVP, and it's a little long because I was just in awe of this balcony. There are bullet holes there, there are holes where cannon fire hit, and it's a place where a lot of the suffering went on, and it was defended by both sides. If you listen to the history, it tells you how the battle managed to flip control of the Civil War hospital. So I hope you like it. Take a look. Are there any soldiers on this balcony?
Yeah, that's up off there. Be careful.
Yeah, I see it. Can you talk to us? The general sent me. He wants to know if you want to surrender. Do you want to surrender or do you want to fight? Look at that moon, is cool. Can you tell us your name? The general wants everybody to come in because they're going to surrender and give the house back to the federal soldiers. What do you think about that? Do you think we should hang the general for wanting to do that? Yeah, it's just amazing. Are you in pain? Do you need to be taken in to have surgery? Do you need a doctor?
Adult.
Do you need help? Can you tell us your name and your rank? Did one of those bullets hit you? Do you think we should hang the general for wanting to do that? We got a couple of EVPs in the sewing room, which was traditionally a place for the women. And one of the claims is women talk to you, and I think these sound like women's voices.
Did you die here? You need what? Finish the sentence. Were you sick? Did you die here? Did you die here? Can you talk to us? Can we hear you scream? My granny had her summer kitchen out on the porch, on the Springdon porch.
Yeah.
She could.
Mm-hmm.
Not done with the EVPs yet. We went out onto the battlefield and we caught something near the wall. And we also went to the memorial. It's a spot where the body parts of unidentified soldiers were buried. And I think we got a couple male voices there.
The only food truck there was Indian. We spent like $40 on food. The kids were poor. He's like, "How would you like?" I was like, "I don't know. Whatever we're having." I said, "But it's what we want." He's like, "Oh, I know." Do you want to talk to us? This says U.S. soldiers. Yeah, they didn't know what shot. I'm sure. Were you shot? Are you in pain? Were you a Confederate? Did it say male? Yes, male. As in gender. What was your name? What is your name? I'm sorry. That's weird. Did you know that the North won the war? Are you sad that the war ever happened? Did you see your friends die too? I can't get this. Is there anything you want to tell us? I can't get this. Is there anything you want to tell us?
Every time I listen to this footage and watch these clips, it just gives me chills. And I do have a final clip. Katie wasn't here on this investigation, but she was missed, and I think Michelle missed her quite a bit. Take a look.
Come on, do something. I would just want to know if you're here. Stomp, knock, push me over, I don't care. Let me get away from the pointed stuff, though, before you do.
I'm not inviting her.
Well, your daughter normally does that, so she's not here. I just said knock me over. I don't mean like punch me or nothing.
Well, that's it for the Battlefield and Civil War Hospital in Lexington, Missouri. I hope you liked this video and you acknowledge that by giving me a thumbs up. And I hope that you will subscribe. We're getting close to that 1,000 mark, which is really special if you're a YouTuber. So if you can help me out. And I would really like it if you comment, because I didn't have any feedback from Katie on this video, so it'd be nice to hear from someone else on what you might think of these clips. Look for new uploads on Wednesdays. Bye.